rare earths. Well, let's make this simple, and I'd rather do some words. We've got 17 rare earths that are, a lot of them are in electronic products. You need them for microwave, for radar, for all sorts of wonderful things. And you can't really have an industrial society without these rare earths. 97% of the supply of them are in China. That's a problem. Well, probably you don't know this, but our Department of Defense, in order to get some of the rare earths, has to make the part manufactured. Our U.S. Department of Defense, the part is manufactured in China, because we can't get the rare earths here in the United States. Now, if you don't have a problem with that, you're not thinking right, in my opinion. Okay, okay. That's 97% of the world. And the Japanese last year, on October 5th, which is part of the reason why the president came out with this at that time. It was in the New York Times. The Japanese got cut off. The Chinese said, "We're not going to send you more rare earths." They said, "Oh my God, what are they going to do? They're not going to make any electronic products." So what the Japanese did is they actually came to companies like ours and said, "Can you supply us with rare earths?" I said, "Sure. Which ones you want?" And they said, "Well, of course you don't have these available." I said, "Of course we do. Of course we've been processing them for years, because we knew one day someone's going to walk up and say to us, hey, because I already believe these things had value. I've been saying it for 5 years. I've been trying to get the U.S. government to do something about it for 5 years. Okay, and they did nothing for 5 years. And then one day, last October, the smile of my life came across my face when the Japanese government said, "But we're in trouble because we don't have these rare earths. We have to go to the United States and we're going to get them out of scrap if we have to." The good news is there's 300,000 tons of them in electronic products. The bad news is about 90% of that's been thrown away. It's in the landfill somewhere. Okay, so that's good news. It's good news and bad news. But get this, at the density, depending on how much you have and where it is, you might one day actually have to mine them back out of that landfill. Okay, and this is a scary thing if you think about it. So if we take it out up front, and then if we stockpile what we think we're going to need. I was on a bus going up to nickel plant in Canada, Sudbury, Xstrata Sudbury plant, where they do batteries, lithium ion, like in your phone there, your cell phone, and your computer. It's one of the lithium ion plants. There's one in Hoboken, Belgium. I've been to several. Anyway, it's a large one up in Canada. So I was on the bus with a U.S. Geological Survey guy. So, I'm kind of behind the times, and since the Barrow mines got shut down in the 90s, so I said, who's keeping track of this? Where's our stockpile? I go, what stockpile? So they sold it all. They did what? Say what? They sold it in the 90s. There is no strategic U.S. stockpile. There's a small defense one. Say what? I said, yeah, you missed it. Should have, in the 90s, you got rid of it. I said, whoa, why'd we do that? For money. Balance the budget. So they said, okay, take X $1 billion these things that, we can't produce anything in the world basically without, and we'll just sell them. Well, you know who bought them. I take a genius to figure out who bought that, right? Okay, so we need to stockpile on our own stuff.